Right, welcome back guys. Let's study what's meant by conflict. Now it's in relation to power. That's why I said we are going to deal with power and conflict. So this segment is conflict. It's a process that begins when one party perceives that another party has negatively affected. Please underline the words negatively affected, or is about to affect something that the first party cares about. Now, there are two parties, party A and party B. Now, the party A thinks that something party B is going to do is going to affect him in a negative manner. There comes something known as conflict. There are three views. First is traditional view, second is human relations view, and last one is interactionist view. Now let's study what's traditional view of conflict. Traditional view states that all conflicts are bad. There is no good conflict. All the conflicts are bad. View was negative because everything was in negative sense. It was bad. Violence, irrationality, destruction, consistent with the attitudes that prevailed among group behavior in the 1930s and 1940s. Now, we all know that this First World War, Second World War, it was all conflict of ideas. Conflict of ideals, conflict of ideas, conflict of governments, etc. So during that time, all of that, whenever they say the word conflict, was all taken in negative sense. Human relations view. Conflict is a natural occurrence in all groups and organizations. Now, whenever there is two people coming in together, always there is a chance for conflict. Conflicts is unavoidable. Late 1940s to 1970s. Now this view prevailed during 1940s to 1970s. It says that human relations view, HR view. Conflict is a natural occurrence in all groups and organizations. Conflict is unavoidable. Last view is called interactionist view. It encourages conflict. You remember that in the traditional view, it says that all conflicts are bad, but in the interactionist view, it says that conflict is good. Why? Because it argues that a harmonious, peaceful, tranquil, and cooperative group is prone to become static, apathetic, and stagnant. It says that whenever a person, say, take the case of any organization, everyone is coming in 9, everyone is leaving at 5. No questions asked, there is no interaction, there is nothing at all happening inside the organization. It's a mundane work. It says that harmonious, tranquil work becomes static, apathetic, and stagnant. Conflict is needed for bringing in new ideas and positive changes. Now, in the case of conflict, you might want to look into my video which states brainstorming, normal group technique, etc. In that, it's conflict because during the brainstorming process, everyone is giving out his or her ideas which might not be acceptable to the other. So conflict is needed for bringing in new ideas and positive changes. Take the case of any industry. The director board, one of the director board members is going to introduce a new concept, a new variety of, say for example, soap. Right, and during that time, all the other members are going to go against that, and he would try really hard to make it work, saying that this product, if it comes to the market, we are targeting it for this segment of people, and conflict is good because it brings in new ideas. And this is a diagram. Stage 1 is potential opposition. Whenever you want to say, take the case of our director board member, whenever he tries to bring in a new idea, there is a potential opposition. Antecedent conditions are communication, structure, and personal variables. There are two types, perceived conflict and felt conflict. Perceived conflict is something that we think, okay, that might be the case. Felt conflict is what you feel by your looks, by the way that you speak, your tone of voice, etc. Now that phase is called cognition and personalization. The stage 3 is intention, which is competing, collaborating, avoiding, accommodating, and compromising. The stage 4 is behavior, which is overt conflict, conflict management. And stage 5 is also behavior, which is functional outcomes, good or bad. Now overt conflict means overt and covert. Covert operations or covert things, that it means that it's all covered. That's why it's called covert, which is not being shown in public. Overt conflict means it's an open arena, everybody can have their views.